All right, let me just show you how this thing is going to be now. A lot of people still find it difficult to enter trade and make profit very easily. It has dropped. This is it. It has dropped. It has dropped again. Are you watching it? Are you watching it? Look at it. It has dropped. So this is how market is working. So I don't know why some people find it difficult to understand. Look at it. Do you think it's not possible? It's possible. You too can do the same thing. When we talk about forex, sometimes people think it's I don't know how they see forex. This is the lot size I used. This is the lot size I use. Look at it. So it's not a crime for you someone to see the trade, even though that in the higher time frame like this, it's not a clear trade. But because we know what we want in the market, we'll take advantage of these things. I did not trade on this direction, rather I took it when I know that it will be stepping down. Now my duty in this is to find out when actually this market will be closing. That should be my concern. Look at it. That is my concern, to know actually when the market will be closing. This is it. Are you seeing how it is pushing? This thing should be your concern. So if I took like 3 positions or 4, some will say that it's not real, that is fake. So why do people believe some things, and why would they not believe it? Now look at this. Let me show you the indicators I used. Let me show you the indicators. Please pay attention to this. Now what I have here is multiple indicators, because I'm going to show you how I was able to discover this and how it's going to work. Now this is 15 exponential. I use the color, so you can choose this thing like this. Please just look at this. You can make use of this in your own form, right? Okay, so this is 50 exponential, like I said earlier. Now the second one is exponential 100. That is what I use. Look at it. This is what I use, 100. I applied it to close, and this is the exponential like we normally know. So let me talk on this thing before I move over to RSI. Let me talk a little on this. Now there is one thing that we all need to know. If you check, for some of you that said why are you placing trade now, is it the right place to take your trade? Now look at this. Let me show you how actually we do analysis. This particular market have stepped into oversold. Now this market have gotten to that point where everything you are seeing is stepping backward, and now this is 5 minutes time frame. This is something else here. I've seen the first move. Buyers tried, sellers took over. Buyers tried again, sellers took over. So there is no need for one to be panicking and saying, is it going to? So what you need to do, once you have your this thing, you not take the market. Secondly, now look at this place. Okay, let me add this relative strength index a little bit so that you will be able to find out actually what happened at that very place. Let me show you this. Now no need to add up this, just add this thing, just make it black possibly. Save it, you will see it clear. Can you see it? So this is the relative strength index. Can you see? So when you have something like this, now I draw all my conclusions from here. This thing have stopped at this place, so meaning that it made an attempt again but never touched that place. So the attention of this thing should come over to this place. Not that it cannot start from here and start going like this, but at least I'm using it as a means to clarify my decision. Okay, So now when you go over to this place once again, then I have seen that there is a need for this thing to draw a little bit backward. So these are my reasons, and this is where you will see it clearly. This is where you see everything clearly. Are you seeing it? So when you add a moving average like 8 moving average, when you add like 8 or 10, they just put like 10. When you have 10 moving average, you will see it that there is a touch showing that this thing will be stepping backward a little bit to rest on this place. So if it rests on that place, it may possibly start going backward. So if we not rest on 10 period, it will rest on 8 moving average. So that is some of my reasons, because it cannot keep going like that. Now when you check again on their candle, you will see that it has been on scalping for a long time. It has been on bullish for a long time. So this thing may be retracing. So when you are judging on the direction of the market, you will not place the trade from that angle. But it's just that the candle that have been moving from here to this point, is now the time for it to step backward a little. So at that time, you will not say that this market is not working directly to what you want. So all you need to do is to take advantage of the market at that period of time. Then you'll be okay. Now, for every one of you that want to make use of this very strategy, there are a few things you need to put under consideration. What are those things? How much do you have as your equity? If you don't have enough equity, there are decisions you should not take using this. Now, secondly, make sure that your 50 and 100 moving averages must come in conclusion like this. They must draw a random decision like this. Make sure you have seen this thing touch here, and make sure you have seen this thing touch here. When those things happen, then know it that because it was the spike that touched that place, when it starts dropping, then you have the ability to enter your trade. Or remember that you must have this mindset that this market may go against me. So if this market must go against you, there is a possibility that you should learn to manage your risk and profit. It is important. Now, what is the work of the stochastic oscillator in this place? Now, when you check the stochastic oscillator, the relative strength index I'm using is 14. It's a very known one. Every good trader just sight it will know that that is this thing. But there is something else you need to know. If I should add something, let me just add 50. It is important you should know the work of 15. I have said this thing, it is in my previous videos, almost everywhere. When you check this 50, you will know that once the market crossed this place, the 50, there is a possibility that it will go down more until it steps down to this point. Then when it comes over to this place and cross over to this place, there is a possibility that it will keep going. But when it touch here and start coming down and never cross over to this place, there is a possibility that it will keep going like this. Get that? Let me explain more. I've said this before and I want to repeat it again. Please listen. As long as this thing remains in between this direction, there is a possibility that it will keep dropping. But once it touched at this place and cross over, there is a possibility that it may not drop as long as you think, or that as you're expecting it to drop, it may not be that huge. Rather, it will be small until it touch to this place and start coming backward. Then, as long as it have not touched the 50 moving average, there is a higher tendency that the market may not go to your direction. Rather, it may come to so close like this, then it will keep going backward. This is the reason you should pay attention to your chart or your market. Now, look at here. This market touched at this place, and now a little spike came up, but that doesn't mean that it may not continue in this direction. This market you are seeing can continue like this for a long time, then it will continue to go like this. But as this thing tried to touch the 10, there was a little spike, but don't relax when you are trading using this type of method. So like what I'm showing you, like something that happened here, look at this place. So it's possible that this thing that touched here can go, and it never touched here again, but rather it keep going backwards. So pay great attention to all those things. So if you are struggling to make profit, please, you can pay little attention to this and see how far this thing can take you. It's a very nice strategy. Every good trader can use this and start making money on forex trading. I have tried it, it worked for me. Then every one of you under my mentorship scheme, I think you know what this thing is talking about. This very thing here, you know what it means, you know the advantage of it. So, and some of you will be asking, you told us this, and why are you doing this? I'm doing this thing in respect because I have seen the conclusion of the market. I've seen the conclusion of the market that you are seeing here will be going to this particular direction, even though from every indication that the market is in uptrend. But this is the decisions I've come to take because I know what the market is fighting for. So to you as a new beginner, please don't just take decisions without putting some things in place under consideration, because it may frustrate you or it may cost you some things. So what is the time frame in this market? There is no accurate time frame. Every time frame depends on what you are using, the amount that you are using. If you have $50, $10,000, $1,000, you can draw your attention from the day trend, 4 hours, 1 hour, even week or month. But when you know that you don't have all this strength, there is a need for you to pay attention to the little time frame. But you must visit your higher time frame to ascertain the move of the market. You must visit that place to know the position of the market so that you can be able to manage your market accurately. There is no need for you to start wasting the little money you raised. So at least you watch me place trade now and you see what the market is doing. Look at it. You watch me place trade and you will say, close it now. What is this? Close it. You have started this. No, relax. Relax. So I just made this thing clear. In as much as this thing is still in this position, there is a need to get close and it will keep dropping. But once it crossed over to this place, please close, because this is where some of you are losing out in this thing. All right, this strategy works for boom 1000, boom 1000. This strategy crash 500. It worked for this volatility 10, volatility boom 300, boom 500, boom 1000, and boom 75. It works in all those places, so you can give it a trial. Then for safety, please go to your demo account. Remember that demo account does not signify your live account. Your mindset on demo and your mindset on real account are not the same. So I will encourage you to give this thing a trial on your demo. Then if you are sure that what you are doing on demo is convincing, then pay greater attention on your live account. Some of the reasons many traders are losing out in forex, when they will try on boom, they will be successful. When they go to their live account, they will mess things up. The reason is that their mindset, their awareness, everything, the psychological effect of forex cannot be applied on demo, because you know that you are not losing anything. But when it comes to realities, you'll be more afraid, and you know that your equity on demo may be too high, so your market can carry anything. That thing is not real. But when you have 1000, 2000, 500, even $50, and you are trading, you'll be afraid. Sometimes you close on time on demo, on live account, while on demo you relax. So every strategy you tried on demo, please make sure that you put greater attention. Don't just relax because it works on demo that it must work on my live account. No, don't do that. That is one thing you should know. So let me show you the indicators once again so that you pay attention to it. Number one, moving average 50. That is the blue line you are seeing on the main chart. Then the second thing is moving average 100. Exponential applies to close. I use pink as my color. You can use anything of your color, anything of your choice. Then I have the second indicator, relative strength index. This is what I have as relative strength index. But there is something else I think you can do when it comes to latest trend index if you are struggling much on this. There is this thing we call oscillator. You can add it up that to help you ascertain the reddish and the bullish move, though it can confuse you more, but for security purpose you can add that for if you are actually a new trader that is yet to understand what this market is doing. Or you can add up this powerful this thing MACD. You can add it up, you can add it up, make this thing to be blue. You can add it up, look at it. So with this also you can see clearly. Look at this thing. I've not closed it, and you know me that, and I don't really rush to close trade. So one thing you can do in this is that you can just freely remove one thing in this. Remove the red line, the histogram on this thing. Remove this one, remove it, make it your background color so that you will work with this thing. Okay, so this thing can also help you to see how the market is going. Just these few things can help you. So once this thing is touching in this place, but as long as this is 1 minute time frame, it can confuse you. It can confuse you. I mean, this thing can confuse you. The reason this thing is here because it is on lower time frame. When you go to 1 hour time frame, you see where it is, where actually this thing is. So remember what I told you. My decision is that I know that this thing will be coming to this place. So if it comes here, it cannot go back. So I will be closing this trade immediately this thing is touching closer to this place, but it's not a must. If I sense the change in the market, then I'll be forced to close it by then. So these things are very simple to do. You too can do this thing. Anyone among us here can do it. There is no special traders, there is no unique traders. Everything is dedication, everything is knowledge, everything is wisdom that you try to develop. You are not just a trader, there is something in you that makes you to come into trading. So if you can pay more attention to yourself, you will definitely make something out of it. Lastly, please stop thinking that trading is just the simplest way to start making money. It's not true. Trading can frustrate you. Trading can make you cry. Trading can make you lose your hard-earned money. Trading can make you to be stupid. Trading can make you to lose out in everything you have labored for. So if you are not careful, you will lose out in every aspect of your life. So the best thing for you to do in forex trading is for you to start saving and get knowledge that are required of you. So once you have that, you can be able to run this forex life and you'll be successful. My name is GDFX. I will be leaving this thread. Possibly I will show you the outcome if you are in our live this thing. And even some of my students, I will show them this thing. Please take good care of yourself and trade with caution. GDFS, I love you.